Hey everyone, and welcome. My name is Austin Rose. I am the Supplier Solutions Manager here at Inventory Source, and today I'm just going to kind of go through our onboarding process when it comes to purchasing an integration with us. I know we have a lot of questions on that. We get a lot of people through the door just wanting to learn more, making sure that they're hitting all the right steps and everything's configured correctly. So just to get started, pretty simple stuff. This is our front website, obviously. So the first step is clicking the login button here. And then once I log in, it's going to take me right into the app.inventorysource.com. So big thing here, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask questions in that question box for this onboarding webinar. We have our support staff standing by to answer any questions that you guys have. And like I said, this is going to be very specific to onboarding and getting everything up and running for you guys. So since you're in the onboarding process, from there, really what happened was you purchased that integration and now you're getting ready to get started and get everything up. So you added the integration here, you completed the checkout process, you purchased your integration. What's going to happen is you're going to see this tab here on the left side, pending integrations, pop up on the left. As you can see here, I'm on my personal account. You can see that I've got a handful of different integrations that's going through our onboarding, so our 5-step process here. You can actually see that on the inventory feeds tab as well. You can see those 4 integrations, they need to be set up as well. So I'm going to go back to the pending integrations tab, and you're going to see that I've got some different steps completed for different integrations. And you can actually see I also purchased a handful of different ones as well. So you're on the Shopify store and Amazon or WordPress WooCommerce. I'm going to kind of go through the motions there. So obviously the first step that you see here, all highlighted in green, is you completed that order. Second step is going to be confirm your supplier account. So I'll jump into this Ingram Micro integration, click Setup Integration. And this is confirming anything that's specific to your account with the supplier. The supplier provides a lot of different API information, FTP information, a lot of different file stuff, that's specific for you and what products you have access to. So we're going to ask that here. For instance, obviously, we just want to know that you have a current account with the supplier. And then a big thing here, like this is going to be, for instance, supplier account information. It's going to be different across the board for different suppliers. For Ingram, we've got some things where you need to format your certain file to fit exactly what we look for. And then you also want to provide FTP username and password. One big thing is, if you don't have this information, if you're not sure, please reach out to your contact at your supplier. They will be able to provide all this information. And then obviously, if there's a miscommunication there, feel free to loop us in and we'll be more than happy to help drive that conversation. So for Ingram, you can see there's a couple different FTP credentials. If I come in and I want to switch over to, let's say, our on a screen one, what we've done is we've confirmed our supplier account here. A big thing here, for instance, is selecting what custom price tier you have and what warehouse you have access to. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure to show you guys that there's this different supplier account information per different integration, per different supplier. So that's the second step, right? First step, completing the order. Second step is completing your supplier account information. The third step is connecting your sales channel. So a bunch of different ways that we can do this. On a Shopify integration, pretty simple stuff. We actually save your Shopify information if you haven't already provided it. Shopify integration is super simple. You provide us your URL and then you confirm that you've installed the Inventory Source app on the App Store in Shopify. So that's an easy one, and we have it saved for if you want to purchase another integration to connect there. Amazon, a little bit different. Like I said, these are going to be different per supplier channels, per sales channel. For instance, here on the step 3, connecting to the sales channel for Amazon, you'll want to select which country. Let's just say it's the US. And then you're going to want to do all this information, right? Merchant ID, marketplace ID, MWS authentication token, things like that. So this is going to be different across the board for the different sales channel. And to take that kind of full circle, let's look at the WooCommerce one. For instance, this WooCommerce one, we need store URL, admin username. You need to put all this information in just to make sure that we're connecting to your sales channel correctly. So that's a big thing there. One thing that is 100% worth noting is if I go back into pending integrations, and let's look at this fourth integration here. I have a kind of a blue color here for step 3 and step 4. What that means, and it's a big thing for us, we need to do some manual work on your account to get everything set up correctly. There's big things such as not only filling out some information that you provided onto your account, but we also want to run a diagnostic. So a diagnostic is where, we're just confirming that our connection is solid and is working, and everything's fine. Because we just want to make sure everything is up and running before, we just start pushing product data and your inventory and everything onto your sales channel. So that's a big thing here. For instance, you'll see it as you won't be able to start configuring your tools. Our team needs to set up the custom feed. That's a big deal for us. So you'll just have to wait, stand by. Sorry for the wait, but obviously we'll reach out to you once everything's good to go. If you have any questions, big thing here is obviously right now on the webinar, you can ask the questions right now. Our support staff look like they're answering some right now, but you can contact our onboarding team right here. Super simple. Just click this button and you can ask us a question. All right, so we talked about connecting to the sales channel, which was step 3. Let's now talk about step 4. So I'm going to go into this wholesale clothing deals to WooCommerce integration. All right, so big thing, step 4. This is our tool. You have access to our tool to go through the steps and go through kind of the motions of curating your catalog, setting up pricing rules, setting up category mapping rules, doing little knobs, turning little knobs controls to make sense for your business. So big thing here, we highly suggest this. Watch the help videos and guides for each individual step. And then once you've watched that, click on this big button right here, configure tools. So whenever I click on this is going to bring me into our user interface, and this is what we call our catalog manager. Like I said, the first step is kind of curation of the catalog, and then once you've curated your catalog, you've found the products that you want, you can customize these products, you can set up pricing rules, you can set up category mapping tools, and for those specific rules and those specific tools, you can find it on those video guides that I showed you and the pending integrations. You can go back into help and go to our support center. That's going to direct you in the videos that are really going to help, because I'm not going to go too in depth with this. Now, the big thing here, this is kind of a big thing that we've seen. Whenever we get you set up on an integration, by default, you're going to go on the catalog builder mode. That means all the products that you have access to, you can see we've got 6,000 here, are within this feed. My catalog, those are the active products that we're syncing up with and pushing over to, let's say, your Shopify store. There's no products in there right now. We want you to build your catalog, go through the motions of selecting what products you want to sell. Big thing here, big thing to kind of start out for building the catalog is our advanced search. It's a great way to do things in bulk. So let's say, I want to find products under the category dresses, and since I'm selling on a site, I want it to have an image. So whenever I apply this advanced search, you can see I'm going to get around 1,879 matching products back. Now, I don't have to go into each individual product and push it over in my catalog or my queue. Queue's the staging environment to do some customizations. There's nothing really happening here. It's for kind of the staging of products. But, let's say we push it in my catalog. Pretty simple. Don't have to do it individually. If you want to, you can, but we have bulk actions here to add it into your queue or add it straight into your catalog. So that's a big thing there, as well as our tags. You can save this advanced search as a tag and utilize them again. This tagging system has to do with us, does not have to do with Shopify tags. So don't want to get that confused. So after the curation of the catalog and everything there, you can jump into the catalog rules. Big thing, go through the pricing, set up how you want to mark up pricing, a bunch of different advanced pricing rules. You can do it by category, you can do it by brand as well. Category mapping, combining categories, kind of do a plug and play of parent categories to, some subcategories that are underneath it. You can combine them, you can rename them, you can manage your tags. It's those saved advanced searching controls such as minimum quantity filter. So big thing is, like I said, you're on the catalog builder mode. That means you're building the catalog. You have no products in my catalog. So let's say you are working with this supplier, right? And you understand all their products, you know all the products that they have, and you want to sell every single one, right? You can switch from the builder mode to our filter mode. So our filter mode is pretty much saying, I want to sell every single one of these products, but I also want to set up some exclusions to exclude out certain products for this being pushed over to my sales channel. A big thing for understanding the differences, you can see that here, catalog builder versus catalog filter mode. Whenever you click on that, that's going to take to our help guide on that. So big thing there. I know that's a question that we've seen come up is you're by default on the builder mode, but if you come to the catalog controls in the catalog rules, you can switch to the filter mode to have as many products as you want, and you can set up exclusions such as, I want to exclude out products without images, or exclude out products below a certain quantity, exclude out products below a certain wholesale range, something like that, right? So that's a big thing here. And like I said, I know we have a lot of different questions. And then our last thing is our bulk. If you prefer working in Excel spreadsheets, CSV files, you can upload SKUs to the queue into the catalog, as well as price overrides and customizations if you prefer working in Excel spreadsheets. So yeah, that's step forward. It's going through our tool. It's going through the catalog manager, getting everything all set up. Big thing here, right? You've gone through this. You've added products into my catalog. You've set up the rules. You like everything that's going on. You want to activate your integration. You want to get stuff. You want to get products onto your sales channel. As you can see up here, it's paused. You need to set up your integration. It hasn't been completed yet. Big thing here is going back to pending integrations. Once you've done that and you come here, so for instance, we were just going through the wholesale clothing deals to WooCommerce one. That was the tool we were on. You need to say, I've configured and completed steps 1 through 4. That's a big thing that's kind of been missed here before. Like I said, down here, you need to make sure and hit this checkbox. I've completed steps 1 through 4. So whenever I click next, it's pretty much just going to say, "Are you sure you completed it?" It doesn't look like you have anything in your catalog. That is kind of one big thing too. Is it's kind of gonna, this is gonna pop up and just be like, "Hey, there's no products in my catalog. Are you sure you configured your tools correctly?" You can go back into configuring your tools. You can contact the onboarding team. Kind of a big step there. So once that is complete, and let's just go back here to the pending integrations. You can see this is one of the integrations that we've gone the farthest, right? We've completed the order, completed supplier account information, completed the sales channel, configure the tools. So let's go in here. Let's configure these tools real quick. Let's just add a few products. And obviously, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat box that we currently have for this onboarding. All right, so I'm just going to add a few products into my catalog. And then going from there, go back to pending integrations, go back to this integration itself. And we're going to say, yep, completed a 1 through 4. Boom. Big thing, last step, right? Activate feed. You can read over this activation guide. It's a really good guide to kind of just take you back through the steps and say, hey, did you do number 2 correctly? Did you do step 3 correctly? Step 4 correctly? A little bit more information about that. A very good doc to take a look at. Last step, activate feed. So this is kind of all right, we're done. We're good to go. We're about to go live with pushing product data over to your sales channel and keeping that all synced up with the supplier that you're working with. So this is last step, step 5. Pretty simple stuff. Just click activate integration, activate feed, and then we're good to go. If you have any questions, like I said, for our onboarding team, make sure to contact the onboarding team down here on this button right here. So that's about it, right? That's the 5 steps going through our onboarding process. It's all done through the pending integrations. If you have any questions, our support center's down here. Contact us, and like I said, you can even contact us on the separate integrations as well. That's it for the inventory automation side of things. If you have any questions, like I said, reach out. If you did purchase a full automation integration with us, so that means you have order automation configurable, what's going to happen is it's a little bit more of a manual setup that we need to do. If you have order automation, one of our account managers is going to contact you for the necessary information that we'll need, as well as running through a test order. And then once everything's set up, you can go into your order manager here and configure some of the tools. The order automation onboarding is just a little bit more manual. It's just a little bit more hands-on, working with our support staff, for a day or two, just getting everything set up correctly, making sure test orders go through. That's that's kind of the big step there for the order automation. But obviously for the inventory automation, make it very simple where you can kind of do it all yourself. Like I said, if we are in this step, this blue state, just make sure to be patient with us. We're setting up some things on our end. We're making sure everything's running correctly. Like I said, running that diagnostic, kind of a big thing there. And then, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That's about it on our onboarding and kind of how everything works whenever you purchase an integration with us. That's about it. Looks like we're wrapping up some questions there on the onboarding comment section. We've got some support staff answering some questions. So what's going to happen going forward is once you've activated that integration, everything's going to be good to go. And the big thing there is once you've activated that integration, you're going to get an email notification letting you know that it's been successful. Here's the products that we successfully pushed over. Maybe there's some that failed out, working through some of the kinks there from getting everything set up correctly. Just want to work with our team, work with our support staff. We definitely want to get you started on the right foot. So yeah, that's about it for the webinar. So like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And thanks again for joining.